Okay. Exercise number 1. What is the task of exercise number 1, please? Malik, read it.
Site surveys and analyze. Once engaged in a new project, one of the first things you will want to organize will be your visit to propose the site.
Good. Okay, that was our next paragraph of the text. Read.
Site survey and analyze is a preliminary phase of architectural and urban design process dedicated to the study of the climatic, geographical, historical, legal, and infrastructural context of a specific site. As a site survey gives a designer complete understanding of the building, its interior. Looking in a wider context, it should also make aware of surroundings of the buildings it's located and what parts the natural environment plays in relationships to the surveyed buildings.
Good. That was Amir Jambul. Good. Second paragraph. Next paragraph.
The first step is a figure ground study. People need access to the surrounding buildings. The figure ground study will highlight walkways. The figure ground studies make it easy to visualize the areas of access between solid objects. Serial visions helps architects understand the experience of walking through the site.
Through the site, yes. Good. Next paragraph of the text. Ayjan Jeder, please. Ayjan.
The second priority is a site survey. In the site survey, the surveyor measures all the different dimensions of the locality. In addition to measuring natural features of the site, the surveyor will also measure the dimensions of any existing structures adjacent to the building site. Don't worry about the surrounding terrain. There are plenty of detailed historical tracing of the site. Historical tracing show how a site has developed over time, and architects shall go ahead and make a serial vision. That will give them some different perspectives of the locality.
Yes, of the locality. Please, can you read the last paragraph of the text? Obviously,
architects already know about factors like climate
and
temperature.
Temperature. Climate and temperature. Yeah, good. They
will complete the results of survey with
the existing
data from the data. Architects can move into planning process.
Into the planning process. Yes, good. We've read the text. Please tell me, what kind of new words have you met in this text? Site survey and analysis. How do you translate it? Site survey and analysis. Это, Amir, how can you translate site survey and analysis?
Обследование и анализ участка.
Обследование именно инженерное. Еще раз, инженерное, геодезическое обследование и анализ, что? Участка, территории и застраивания таких территорий, да? And figure ground study, это figure ground study, наземное так обследование, да? Так, yeah, figure ground study. Так, please look at this glossary. Так, in here we have рисунок наземного исследования, яғни жер үсті зерттеудің суреті. Yes, okay. And another words, do we have any another words? For example, in here we have the word, for example, adjacent to the structures, adjacent structures to the building site. How do you translate it? Adjacent to the building site. Примыкающие, так, здание, да? Так, застраиваемые, так, how to say structures, yes? Okay, and we don't have like any new words, and we are going to work on exercise number 1. That exercise number 1. And what is the task of exercise number 1, Ayana, please?
Read the text, then mark the following statements as true or false.
Please.
The first step is a figure ground study.
Figure ground study. The first step is figure ground study. Is it true or false? The first step is the figure ground study.
I can see.
Yeah, please, who can?
It's true.
Yes, it's true. That how do you translate it? The first step is a figure ground study.
Первый шаг это жер асты.
Жер үсті. Яғни жер үсті, figure ground. Яғни жер үсті не істеу зерттеулері. Жер үстін, яғни сіз салатын ненің дейді? Ғимараттың сол несін? Жерінің, жер үстін зерттейсіз. Figure ground study это жер үсті зерттеу. Second, who can read the next sentence? Next, Amir.
The surveyors will complete figure ground study after site survey.
Is it true or false?
Геодезисты завершат исследование фигуры после осмотра площадки.
Не после осмотра, а сайт survey дейміз, это геодезическое обследование. Они, значит, завершат наземное исследование после геодезического исследования. Is it true or false? Обследование. Oh.
True.
Is it true, Awa?
Конечно.
We have said the first step is a figure ground study. Figure ground study. Первый шаг это...
Да, это жердің үстін зерттеу, а келесі
географиялық, геодезиялық, зерттеу дейді. Сонда мына дұрыс па? Бірінші, бейдейді.
No, false.
It's false, yes, of course. Так, how can you translate the sentence? Геодезисты, что делает дейді? Завершать.
Завершает наземное исследование.
После?
А после обследования
геодезического обследования. It's false, of course. Yes, it's false. Next sentence. Who wants to read the next one? Jayda Raijan.
The surveyors will do a historical tracing of the site.
How do you translate? The surveyors will do the historical.
Проведут историческую трассировку участка.
Участка. Is it true or false?
True.
Yes, it's true. Of course, we have said. And what kind of other trade, how to say, analysis do the surveyors except historical tracing? Except historical tracing, they do other analysis such as what analysis? We have what? Climatic, geographical, historical, legal, infrastructural. Yes, they do this analysis. Yes, it's true. And the next one, the last sentence. The last sentence. That please, Serjan, can you read the next one? Architects Irene Jumagulov, please. Architects. Так, Амир.
It will compile the results of survey with existing data.
Data. Так, Architects will compile. How do you translate this sentence? Architects, архитекторы будут сравнивать что?
Результаты и
Обследование с чем? Существующими данными. Yeah? Так, yes. Is it true or false?
true.
Yes, of course, it's true. True sentence, yes. And the exercise number 3. Please, Amir, what is the task of exercise number 3?
Read the sentence where choose which word or phrase best fit each blank.
What kind of words are they? Adjacent and the existing. How do you translate these words? Adjacent and existing. You have to complete the sentences, putting these words in the correct place. The first sentence, Alwa?
The building that is adjacent to this one is blocking the sunlight.
Good. Так, please, adjacent. How do you translate it? The building that is adjacent.
Соседнее.
Что?
Здание, которое соседнее, по отношению к этому блокирует солнечный свет.
Yes, так, yes, соседнее или примыкающее здание, да, можно сказать, yes, you're right. And the next sentence, that who wants to read the next one? Next one. Please, who? Irene? And
Structure is one that is already there.
There. That, yeah, put this word. An existing structure.
An existing structure is one that is already there.
There. How do you translate it? An existing structure is that, yes, one that is already there. Existing. Существующее сооружение – это сооружение, которое уже находится там, да, так находится в определенной местности. Это existing переводится как существующее, имеющееся. Adjacent переводится примыкающее. Так, яғни көрші тұрған. Yeah, так, соседние, көрші тұрған. Yes, and the next word combinations are, what are they? Amir?
Figure ground.
Figure ground, what?
Figure ground starting in historical tracing.
Tracing, please complete. Who can't complete the first except, please, except what?
Historical tracing shows the evolution of the site over time.
Over the time. How do you translate it? A historical.
Историческое исследование показывает эволюцию сайта с течением времени.
Почему сайта? Эволюцию участка, застраиваемого участка, так, в течение так, времени.
Да,
yes. So, так, please, next sentence, так, Амандурив. Please, who can? This word that will be the next one. Figure. Amir, can you complete it? A figure. You have put this word.
Figure ground study highlights positive and negative
space. How do you translate it? Yes, you're right. The figure ground study highlights positive and negative space. Что? Наземное обследование показывает...
площадки выделяет положительное и отрицательное пространство.
Показывает или выделяет положительные или отрицательные. Так, yes, you're right. You're right. And